What's up, everybody? OCD Mikey Hi-Fi Guy here for another edition of the Mikey Show. Today I am talking about Fischer&Fischer speakers made in Germany, made of 100% slate. This is solid slate, no MDF. This is not veneer. This is actual stone that's brought out of the earth in Germany. I was there. I went 100 meters into the earth and I saw how they pull this material out of the earth. It is not like crystallized granite or any other type of stone. This is actually sedimentary layered mud. So this is like constrained layer damping almost because it's so many layers of shale. This has a different sonic than anything you've ever heard. There is no other speaker in the market that sounds like Fischer&Fischer. And they have more, it's more of a natural and organic and visceral type speaker than I've heard. And you know what? It's like I start to describe it and I almost just want to shut up because there's too many people on YouTube telling you everything is the best, this, the best, the best, the best. They love the term the best. As you know, those two words bring more clicks than others. So it's a bunch of like this lip service for just crappy ass wood speakers. What does slate bring? Inert cabinets. There is no vibration from this cabinet, which means the energy comes into the room. It is not the same as granite or as the same as, say, glass or other concrete or something like that, where it's actually, this is a layered, instead of being crystallized like granite, this is a layered mud, millions of years old, and it has a specific, very unique sound. These speakers are true exotic, bespoke, handmade. You will not find speakers like this that I've seen other than Fischer&Fischer that sound this good. I'm going to tell you about the three entry-level floor standers, the 170, the 270, and the 370. As you can see, the 170 here has got 5 1/4 inch drivers, dual 5 1/4s, and a soft dome tweeter. Over here we also have 5 1/4s on the 270, but we have a much bigger motor structure. As you can see, the coil here is much bigger than the coil here, right? So you can get better output. These you can throttle a little bit more. They're going to have a lower register of bass than this. The 170s go down to 40 hertz. These go down to 38. These go down to 35. But when you listen to these, you will hear much lower. I can pick up, if I measure them, much lower than 40 hertz, but they're down 3 dB at 40 hertz, which is pretty incredible for a speaker of this size. This speaker here is only 6,900. This one is 9,000. And if you get the AMT version, you get this. You can get this 270 with the AMT. That is 12,000. And then this speaker here is 15,000. So they're very close together in terms of cost, and you do get a very nice, every single step of the way, you definitely get an upgrade. These are very thin, they have a nice small footprint, but this is nothing short of a true exotic. I'm going to play these now for you so you can hear all three of them. We're going to play them using the Nat Audio monoblocks, terrific tube amplifiers, and then the Playback Designs MPD8 and the MPSX streamer so that you get the best front end possible behind these speakers. And we're going to let you hear the difference. So hang on. Okay, so here we go with our first song with the 170s.
I know a place that's quiet and cool, a place to go to think and ponder. It's not so far away, just yonder. grass is green, the trees are high, and there's a dark, deep magic pool.
Okay, now we are on to the 270s, and I have dB matched them using a 1 kilohertz tone. Here we go.
I know a place that's quiet and cool, a place to go to think and ponder. It's not so far away, just yonder. The grass is green, the trees are high, and there's a dark, deep magic pool.
Maybe you can hear that it's a little more laid back. It's got a deeper, lower register. It's a little more laid back. What it indicates, we can play these louder. You can play them louder without hurting. Their focus, every speaker has its own focus in terms of its power. They can focus in at a higher output. Same with, as you go up in scale with these speakers, you can play them louder and still have them in that same perfect sweet spot. We can overpower each one below it a little easier than the one above it, if that makes sense.
Give me one
Okay, for shits and giggles. Okay, so what I'm hearing here, and I'm just going to tell you what I hear because you rely on me for that. You can juice these speakers more. It's clear that these speakers will take more juice. The 170s are more lively with less power, so they're like a more efficient. I think the 270s rate a little bit higher efficiency when they're the AMT, but when they're this soft dome version, it seems like they soak up a little more energy and you can play them louder. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay that same song and I'm going to give it some juice so you can sort of hear what they're capable of. So let's do that. Let's do this again. So you see, I'm sure you could hear that. That was, I mean, you can give these more. That's one real positive thing about the Fischers. You can juice them and they will come alive, like live music. Like, I mean, did you hear what came to the table with that? It's freaking incredible. So you get so much for your money with these speakers, it's not even funny. They will do so much more than a stupid MDF speaker in the same size. Like these will throttle an MDF speaker. I'm not kidding, and I'm going to keep drilling this into your head until I just have enough people that I can bring one onto the live stream every day to tell you guys how retarded these speakers are because they're so good. They put out so much for the price and for the size. You simply will not find another speaker that does this. That's all there is to it. Now we're gonna, oh wait, I had to do that last tune. Let me do the last tune. Let me turn it back down to where it was before. I remember, okay, here we go. And let's do this final tune. Okay, so here we are with the 370s on the outside now, and I definitely had to turn the volume down to get the same output. So these are clearly more sensitive. Like this was a pretty significant difference in sensitivity. It was clear. So let's start with the first tune.
I know a place that's quiet and cool, a place to go to think and ponder. It's not so far away. just yonder. The grass is green, the trees are high, and there's a dark, deep magic pool.
Okay, so I'm not sure how clear that is to you, but couldn't you hear the high frequencies much cleaner? It's almost like the soft dome tweeters are very forgiving, right? They're still nice, but there's an extra, whatever, 10,000 hertz, with these, and it's not even in the hearing range, right? They go up to like 30 or whatever, but you can totally sense it. You can totally tell that it's cleaner up on top. There's like a veil, there's a veil removed. It's cleaner. The bass is more distinct. The imaging, because they're bigger and they're farther apart, the image greatly increased. It was the realism and the presence. The actual, presence increased to a significant degree. It's clearly, the first two were similar, but this is a departure now. With these mid-range drivers and the AMT, it's a departure. There's better realism here, and it's evident. And the bass goes deeper. It's more, everything's more separate. It's just a wider bandwidth. You can totally tell that it's a wider bandwidth. So let me go to the next song, which was George Benson. Weep, weep. That one's for Isaac.
Can throw out all
a real audio system, come to Mikey. When you want a real music system, when you want a real quality music system that does it right, come to me and buy from me. Otherwise, you're going to get this silly hi-fi baloney that just doesn't deliver. I know how to make it deliver. And these are just 3 of the entry levels of Fischer&Fischer, these speakers that we just showcased, or that I just showcased for you. It's the 170, the 270, and the 370. There's also the 470, the 570, the 670, the 770, and the 1000.1. So you can tell how good these are. And these are just the entry-level little squidgets. These are the little guys. Once we go into the next 3, the 470, 570, 670, it gets ridiculous. And then we've got 770 and 1000.1 for $110,000 for the 1000.1. And you won't even believe what those do. They're coming shortly. So anyways, I wanted to take a second just to show you this so you could hear the difference and y'all could know a little bit more about the Fischer&Fischers. Let me come up a little closer for you so you can see. You can look a little bit closer at the handiwork. This is all aluminum. We got phase plugs. There's the AMT right there. Coming closer, this is a custom Mundorf piece. These are custom drivers made for Fischer&Fischer. All of these. There is no other company that uses these drivers because they're made to spec for this design. You can see the natural veining in this slate, which is incredible. And look at it's just beautifully done. You can see how these are done even on the little guys. $6,900 for these little guys, and they are absolutely phenomenal. You get a polished back on all of these. We get polished back, and then you can see with the 370s right here, we have duals, and you always pop onto the top when there's duals, and you jump it down to the low. You never attach them at the low and jump them up to the top with any speaker. And I'll explain that in another video. These are both single inputs. And then, of course, we're powering it with a phenomenal tube amp. The best tubes I've ever heard in my life. The best monoblocks I've heard in my life. Incredible, incredible sound. And then, of course, the front end is my favorite DAC, the Playback Designs MPD-8, my favorite streamer, the MPSX. And you've got a killer system for $100,000. Well worth it. Well worth it. So, thanks y'all for joining. See you.